Okay friends, so I'm excited about this. I'm gonna do an experiment. I keep seeing on Facebook advertisements for a type of nail strips called Lily and Fox, and I've been very skeptical about them because they're only $2.99 and that just seems like way cheap for me. So I've got a ColorStreet and one Lily and Fox set, and I am going to test them out and compare them to each other and share with you the results I get. So first I'll open up Lily and Fox just so you can kind of see what's in the packaging. There's a little notepad here with or note on a notepad paper. It feels like it's handwritten. It's pressed into the paper, so that's kind of interesting. And then on this side we've got a little origami fox, a nail file, and a cuticle stick, which we're used to seeing that with our ColorStreet. There's another little note with a link to where you can see directions, and then the nail strip is here, and they sent me a free one to test out, which is nice to have a trial. But this is the one that I'm going to use for this experiment, so I'll leave this one out. All right, next then I guess I should leave these out too. So that's the Lily and Fox. And then in ColorStreet I'm going to use the color called Toffee Nut. And you can see it really matches this shade very well of the Lily and Fox, so it should look good together as a manicure if I can get this other set on properly. We'll see how that goes. But we'll look very quickly here inside our ColorStreet package. Obviously the packaging is much sturdier. I would think protects the nail strips. This is really just a foil plastic packet that it's in. And then inside here we've got, let me get it opened up, our nail prep pad, a file, and then our nail strips. Now I'm going to follow the directions for each of these as they're written. I'm not going to use any additional products, so I'm not going to put any nail strengthener on or any other color of top coat, just the nail strips themselves, so we can see a true comparison. Now with ColorStreet, it does have the nail prep pad, so I will use that as you normally would with ColorStreet. All right, so we've got our sets out here, and I'm gonna go ahead and just give it a try. Let me try putting on the Lily and Fox first and show you what it looks like while I try this out. I'm not sure what to expect for the texture, so we're just gonna see. It's got a little tear open package here. Wow, that's hard to tear open. I hope it doesn't mess up those little skinny nail strips there. Oh, there it goes. Those ones on the end are kind of in danger of getting torn with it. So it does have 16 nail strips like ColorStreet does. It feels comparable in thickness to me, I would say. It's got a little silver strip on it. It looks like they come apart sideways from, well, it doesn't really come apart very well. There we go. This is called Don't Stop Beliefing. So let me pull them apart real quick. There's awfully small sizes here. I don't know if it would be big enough to fit my whole fingers. I definitely couldn't use those two. If that fit my pinky, that would be okay. I think that's too small for this finger. It would leave a gap. So, well, there's one thing for me. I may or may not have sizes that fit appropriately for me. Let's check this biggest one out. That one might be okay. Yeah, they definitely look a little smaller than your ColorStreet strips. I suppose I could physically compare them like this. Yeah, that's a significant difference even with that largest size. And then their smallest size here is also a little smaller. So not a humongous difference, but some difference there. So let's see, I will use the Lily and Fox for my middle finger and my ring finger. So let's see if we can figure out what size we need. It looks like that might do for my ring finger. It's just real close to the edge though. All right, so I think we'll go with that one. Let me take a look at this just to see. Okay, And we'll do this one, I think. All right, so those two look good. I'm gonna set the others of these to the side. I'll do something with them. Maybe I'll put them on my toes, I don't know. All right, so here's these. We will try with my ring finger first. It has a clear overlay to protect it, as ColorStreet does. And now I'm trying to peel off this, there we go, the silver layer here. It's on a backing similar to the backing that ColorStreet's on. It does feel thicker now that it's off of the backing. Almost has a vinyl feel, although they say that this is nail polish also. I think the description I read said nail polish on some sort of backing. I'll have to look that up and let you know, because I'm not sure what this backing is supposed to be. All right, so that fits on there pretty good. Now what I would normally do is just bend it over and tear it. Let's see. Ooh. Okay, well that's not gonna work. I'm gonna have to get a cuticle scissor or something and cut this, it looks like, because that's not coming off. Excuse me a minute, let me go get those cuticle scissors. All right, so I've got my cuticle scissors now. That will not tear for sure. And like I said, it definitely feels thicker. It feels a little bit like a vinyl sort of, rather than what the polish strips usually feel like. And I'm gonna have to just trim this and I guess do the best I can to get it close to my nail. Try not to cut my nail off. All right, so the ends are kind of, let's try filing that. The ends looks kind of rough to me because it doesn't match exactly to the shape of my nail the way they normally do when I use ColorStreet. Let me see if I can file it to make it match a little better. I don't really want to file my nail, but I do want to get the strip to fit. Okay, so I've learned already that I have to use some tools or I'm not going to be able to get these on. Whereas with ColorStreet, I literally can do it and just use my fingers. All right, so there's one on there. I'll put one more of this kind on, and then I will grab the ColorStreet. Sit that right there. All right, we'll take the clear off again. And now peel this up. That was a little easier this time than it was the first time. And we'll take this one and put it right down on my middle finger. Okay, and that actually fits pretty good. It goes to the edges. All right, I'm gonna rub it down good like I normally would, and then we'll just trim it off and file it. Okay. Ooh, I don't like how the edge is so messy looking. That's what the file's for though, so. Just trying to lift up on the side there a little bit. Okay, so I've got those on. It's pretty. It's a nice little design, isn't it? We'll see how well it stays adhered on there. So we've got those two. I'll do my other hand in a moment. I don't want to take too much time with this, but then I'll go ahead and put a couple of my ColorStreet strips on for you so you can compare that. All right, and then this is Toffee Nut. I have been waiting to use this color. I'm excited about it. It's It's really pretty, one of those new spring shades that came out. All right, so let's move this out of the way now. Okay, so we'll look at the ColorStreet set now. I am going to wipe my nails off with the nail prep pad. I'll go ahead and do both hands, those fingers that I'm going to use with ColorStreet. Okay. And let's see, for my pinky, I always use this one. Oh, one other thing I did notice with these is I had to use two completely separate strips to cover my two nails. The leftover bit here is not quite long enough to cover a second nail of the Lillian Fox, so I definitely have to use the whole set, unlike just half of it like I do with ColorStreet. All right, so we'll peel this protective layer off and get this strip out ready to go. Yeah, this is much thinner. Wow, the Lillian Fox is a lot thicker than this. I guess that's why it's got such a vinyl-like feel to it. All right, so we've got that on. There we go. Quick and simple to wipe it down. Now, one thing you're gonna notice right away that I'll point out even is the smoothness of it. This Lillian Fox looks smoother on my nail than this solid toffee nut, and I'll tell you the reason that is. My nails underneath are damaged from wearing acrylics on there and taking them off, so the surface is not smooth like it normally is. This thicker stuff that the Lillian Fox is made out of is covering up or hiding those ridges that are there a little bit better. That's on there, looks good. Okay, let me just go ahead and do my other pinky. Just a little bit there that needs to come off. I'm not sure with that Lillian Fox if I had to make the strip narrower like I'm doing with this one. I'm not exactly sure how I would do it, because this perforates so easily with my finger. I guess I would have to try to cut it with that cuticle scissor. All right. So there we go. We got two of those done, and then two with the ColorStreet. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up my nails. I'll show you what they look like when I'm done.